one.
Okay.
Hey,
right.
welcome back.
Oh my God, he's peeking.
He's peeking.
How's it going, guys?
That's pretty
Going
good,
all right.
man. How are you doing, isolation?
I'm pretty good, man. First podcast.
Stuttering
This
a lot
bit.
already, huh? Okay.
How you doing, Paul
So-
Garrod?
I'm doing okay, Jules Jorgensen.
Is that a ferret?
No, it's not a ferret, man. Have you ever seen a ferret in your life?
I don't know what
Is that like your neck under there or your arm?
Can we just start with the introductions already?
All right.
So I'm Jules. I play some games.
What kind of games you play?
I play League of Legends and Super People and PUBG. Who are you?
My
Well,
name
I'm Frank.
is. Oh shit!
I like to play Dark Souls a lot. And then I'm getting into Super People with Jules. I'm a PUBG guy a little bit. Mostly it's just Dark Souls. I'm a big Dark Souls guy right now. How's about you, host?
So I'm 1/3 of your hosting trio. The games that I'm into are mostly fighting games, Monster Hunter, Souls, Pokemon, just general RPGs, League of Legends a little bit. I used to dabble indie games. I'm kind of like the console handheld indie guy, and these two are more so the PC gamers.
Yeah, for life, you know.
For life.
So just really quick, ISO or Frank, whatever you want to call yourself.
Whatever.
What's the first game you remember playing?
Ever? I gotta say, man, I think like, oh man, I hate to say it, but I think I remember playing like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in the day, with you actually.
It all comes full circle.
And that and Mario, Super Mario Brothers 2. The one we had the
I just
tail
realized
and
you say
fly.
Mario.
Yeah,
don't even
what
say
the fuck
Mario.
is that, yo?
Mario? Is that
You
weird?
play Mario. Yeah, that's not right.
It's not Mario, man. It's Mario.
It's definitely not Mario.
It's not Mario Kart. What the fuck is that?
No, you play Mario Kart? That's what people say. People don't say Mario Kart. They call it Mario.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jules,
Yes.
what's the first game you remember playing?
It would have to be Duck Hunt and Mario. Oh no! Look what you did! Look what you did, Mario.
Duck Hunt.
Yeah, my answer
Hunt
is
was the
exactly the
shit.
same as Jules. Yeah, I think Duck Hunt, Mario, and Contra. Those are the first games I remember
Contra.
playing. What's the first game that got you hooked, Jules? Like the first game you were really into by yourself playing it?
Trying to visualize myself as a child because I was hooked by majority of the games as a child. I loved video games.
I only remember you playing like PS2 and onward. I don't remember you playing anything before. You had a Dreamcast though, right?
Did have a Dreamcast and I played Sonic on it. I don't know what else.
Sick. That Sonic
Oh,
game.
there was this boss game on Dreamcast. What was it called?
Sword of Berserk.
That was boss. too,
Dynamite
yeah.
Cop.
Dynamite Cop was boss.
Dynamite Cop. Hell
You played
yeah.
also like you had the Marvel games, Marvel 2 and things like that. You used to play with others.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to play with Cardan, some friends from high school. But that was high school, right? So I don't know what I was doing before that.
Yeah, did you ever own like a Dreamcast or a Super Nintendo or?
I had a Dreamcast.
I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I meant Sega Genesis. My bad.
I had a Sega. Yeah. Sega. Who doesn't remember Sega?
Hey, what did you have for Sega, Jules? What did you play?
I don't know. I had
I
some
remember.
Obviously, everyone has Sonic. Who doesn't have Sonic? If you have a Sega, you're an asshole.
Frank, I know
What
you
was
played a
that?
lot of the Little Mermaid game. That was kind of your
Yeah,
vibe.
that was lit. No,
The
that was
OG
lit.
Nintendo.
That
No,
was
Super
lit,
Mario
Nintendo.
Brothers 2. Nintendo.
Yo, Aladdin, bro. Bring back Aladdin.
Jules is screaming. Jules is blowing the speakers out.
He's peeking out. He's peeking.
See, I was more of a Little Mermaid. Jules more of an Aladdin. Ruckus.
You know, I
Did
was
you
on
have a
Sonic,
Nintendo?
Sonic heavy. I did have a Nintendo, but I was mostly on Genesis, and I played like a lot of Mortal
Okay.
Kombat, Sonic. I got hooked on Sonic pretty heavy, and we used to try to play Street Fighter, but there was this kid in our neighborhood, Frank, you might remember him, named Milton, who was just way more advanced than us, and he just kind of discouraged me from ever playing Street Fighter because he would just destroy us. We didn't even know how to throw fireballs. And he had like melted hands. Anyway, that's
No, he had
he didn't
melted
even have
hands
all
from
of
the
his.
fire.
He didn't have all of his fingers.
And he
had
shat
like
all over
half
you
a
guys
hand,
like that.
and he would
Damn.
destroy us in Street Fighter. So I was just
Legend
like, I
has
don't
it
like
that-
Street Fighter.
To be
He
honest,
was so good that his hands just got so hot. Or the controller.
yo,
Just
Danny,
actually melted.
Danny also had melted fingers. Remember Danny? Frank,
And he
you
was a
mentioned it,
beast
Danny.
at fighting games.
He was
What
a
is
beast
this?
at fighting games. That's what
I
I'm
think I
saying.
need to put my
there's-
hands in fire.
I think if you remove a digit, your fingers get better. You know what I mean? It's like when you lose a sense, your other senses
It's
get
like,
better.
something, man, alchemy or something like that. You know.
That's what
So
they
for
did. They
people who
sucked.
don't, for people who don't know you, Frank, what are your hobbies, man? What do you do?
Recently gotten really into prep cooking, but I don't know if that's really relevant. I am
What are you
I'm
cooking though?
I've been learning how to brine some organic chicken, all organic everything, just some rice, chicken, veggies.
What is
Stone, real
what is
simple.
brining exactly? Does that have to do
Apparently,
with
you're
water?
leaving it in salt for a while, so
Oh,
like just soaking it in salt before you cook it, and then like patting it down. But I don't know,
okay.
it's supposed to do something good. But
So
aside from that, I've been getting into writing a little bit more, and I am always a Dark Souls 3 lurker. I'm logged on right now. You know.
yeah, I got to talk to you about that, Frank. I
Mhm.
want to wait for news, but don't log into Dark Souls 3 on PC right now.
I'm already on.
Oh
I thought
shit.
you heard about this. There's right now there's a big hacking epidemic where someone can log in. If you go into Dark Souls, they can get into your PC, they can brick your PC, they can do all types of nasty things right now. So everybody's kind of like banding together to get off of Dark Souls 3 on
Are you
PC.
serious?
I'm dead serious, right? I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
Oh, I should probably get off. Okay, I'm gonna log off
Yeah,
now.
yeah. There's
I'm
that
probably already
happening.
infiltrated. Shit.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get in the news this early, but also they're saying that the security breach could jeopardize Elden Ring, and because apparently the networks are so similar. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted. But
I have a because I got hacked once in Dark Souls, and like someone basically made it so like they brought me back to Firelink Shrine and then got rid of like the flame at my bonfire, so I couldn't port anywhere, and I was just stuck there with every item in the game, which is weird. So
why do
I got
people
a
do
cheat
things like
engine.
that?
I don't
Yeah.
know, but I got a cheat engine and I figured out how to do it. And then there's also like a program called Blue Sentinel, which is supposed to, I guess, it alerts you of malicious things and all that jazz. But I don't know if it would protect you from what you're talking about. That sounds a little bit deeper. So
So we're gonna backpedal a little bit. Jules, like what kind of things are you doing, man, nowadays
Uh,
besides just family man?
yeah, I'm Jules. I'm a family man.
Okay.
primarily,
I got a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old and a wife, and we're getting by. We're getting by.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of things I'm doing. A lot of exercise. I'm trying to get jacked. I'm eating a lot of food. I'm at
Are you like counting
199.
calories, or are you just proteining up recklessly?
I'm recklessly putting anything into everything. Well, I'm trying to be healthy, but I'm
I
trying to
got
get as
something
much.
you can put in.
I'll take dick if that's
Carry
what
on,
it
Jules.
needs.
Nah, carry on.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get mass, man. I'm trying to get like
Uh-huh.
jacked and huge, and I feel like
What
it's
exactly are you eating? Like when you say you're eating a lot, like what does that mean?
everything I can find, but I'm trying to get high calorie dense and kind
God.
of like nutrient dense things. But
Alright.
whatever I can find, and it's working. I'm
Like
10 pounds
squirrels,
heavier.
rabbits.
hmm
Okay.
Nice.
So a lot of
So
exercise
nobody's
and
gonna ask
some
me. I'm
gains.
gonna go ahead and answer that question
No,
myself.
I was about to. Alright.
I'm kind of into combat sports right now. Actually, tonight the heavyweight championship in the UFC is on the line, so I'm really excited to get off and see that. I like animals. I have ferrets. I love skateboarding. I haven't been skateboarding in a little bit, but I love skateboarding. I still keep up with a lot of the tricks and stuff like that going on. And big into anime, so if anybody's listening, they're into anime, they want to reach out, talk about anime, I'm here.
Also a pretty big anime fan, although admittedly haven't been watching nearly as much as I would like to. You're not just a ferret guy. I mean, like you have a lot of ferrets too. You have quite a few
It's
ferrets.
4
Like
ferrets. It's not that many
It's
ferrets.
about 7
Yeah,
ferrets in
It's
his
not
house
7
now.
ferrets.
I think he
4,
lost
7.
track of a couple of them. They're just around, They're on the walls.
So yeah, I mean, how old are you guys?
33 now. Yeah, scary.
Yeah, 35
I-
now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Jules has us on about 2 years, so
Mhm.
we're not necessarily the sweaty gamers that we once were, but I think a lot of this podcast is going to be about how do we manage gaming into our busy adult 33 plus lives, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, one thing like for me, like I've been streaming Dark Souls 3 a little bit, kind of stopped for a while, trying to get back into it. And I do think like instead of coming home and saying like, okay, like, I'm just gonna like relax or whatever, like, like turn on the stream if I'm gonna relax, and just kind of get into it that way, So I think like that's a pretty good balancing act there, which is, I still enjoy it. Still, it's fun to play with the community and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
have a lot of fun with that.
Jules, you find a lot of time to game nowadays, or?
No, not often. Depends on my goals, right? Like sometimes, like last season, I'm like, oh, I want to aim to get into plat in League of Legends or something. And then if I have the goal, then I'll force myself, so to speak, or I'll make time for gaming. But often the nights get late, and I get to play like 3 nights a week usually, or 7 nights a week, depending on my focus.
Whoa,
I know you recently got
vast
like,
difference.
didn't you get a VR? You got Oculus?
Yeah, I got an Oculus Quest 2. Me and the
How
kids
is
and the
that?
wife. It's decent. It's not like this revolutionary thing, but it has a lot of fun applications and such, and like games that we can play as a family that we enjoy a
What
lot.
game? What games
Uh,
did you get?
Beat Saber is one of them.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Okay.
you guys have seen that one or no? Everyone's seen that one, I think.
Uh,
Right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
My significant other is obsessed with Beat Saber. She was
Yeah,
playing
that's-
it literally today.
It's lit, man.
Okay,
It's
there you
pretty
go.
fun. Caitlin's a lot better than me at Beat Saber. I get too distracted. Like I get distracted as I'm swinging, and I'm like, where where am I? And then she smokes me. But
I just wish the game had more like licensed music. Like you got to pay for a lot of that
agreed.
stuff.
That's
It has a lot
the
of original
gimmicky-
music and it feels cheap, right? Like
Yeah,
it doesn't feel as good when you don't have all the songs that you just know.
yeah. That's the
Because I have to
corporation's
ask
building.
you guys this, like because I'm a person who's never actually worn a VR headset. I know.
I was gonna ask you that too.
Never worn it. Oh, I'm sorry, but but like, I mean, I don't know how 1 to 10. I mean, how 10 being you're there in the flesh. You know what I mean? How in it are you when you're wearing this? Like, what's the experience like?
For me, you're completely in it, but because it tricks your brain. It does a very good job at tricking your brain because of the
Really?
fact that, because of the fact that you move your head up and down, you move around your space. It tricks your brain pretty significantly. I mean, like the quality of this particular one isn't excellent. It's not like you're in some HD world, but in the
Okay.
but yeah, it's very good.
I've often
feel like
thought
you're in
like maybe like I'm too smart for them. Like I would just be like, oh, like what is this? You know what I mean? My intelligence is like I can see through this thing. You know what I mean?
So
And,
there's
it
like
doesn't
there's
work
like
for
the
me.
front of your brain, then there's like your reptile brain. So if
There
you're
you go.
playing Resident Evil 7 and your reptile brain sees someone charging
Yeah.
at you, you're not thinking, oh, this is a game. You're scared as shit. I promise you, I've never been more scared in my life than playing Resident Evil 7 in VR. Like, and I made sounds that sounded like, the people who give like the fake reactions. I'm like, yo, I sound like a bitch right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm scared as hell.
I said the same thing. Like, there's that plank one where you walk on a plank on the edge of a building, and I always see people on
Oh.
videos doing that, and I'm just like, look at these little bitches. Like, damn. And then I got on that plank, and I was like, no fucking way. Like, it's fucking
Yeah.
creaking in my ear. I hear the wood creaking as I step.
See, that's so
Like, get the
sick.
fuck
Like, I
outta
feel like
here,
I have
though.
to get one, man, because that just sounds like amazing. Honestly,
you
Like,
Yeah,
I
you
hear
put
real
the
steps,
headphones in, and like the sound, it's ridiculous. Like it depends very much on the developer, the game, how much time they put into it. But when they do it right, it's like unforgettable experience. I
Now,
think
does
if-
everybody
yeah.
get an Oculus though, or I mean, like, because there's
I've
different
got
ones, right? The
PlayStation.
Valve something. Okay, like
Yeah, I've got the PS.
walking. Describe walking to me in these things.
Oh God, depends on the app, but like some of them like that, like are trying to be real games, the games we like to play. They require you to use a joystick. So then it feels like
Okay.
you're launching yourself through space. Like it makes you dizzy because you can actually walk a little bit, but obviously you're in your living room, you can't walk like a football field. So then you have to joystick
Right.
yourself around, which makes you feel like you're getting like like you're getting tossed. It's really a weird sensation, to be honest.
Hmm.
I
Is
wish I
that the
had.
same for you with the PlayStation, Ruckus?
Yeah, a lot of depending on the game, a lot of them just they'll map it to like a button. Like walk forward is it depends on the game because some of them they do give you motion sickness very easily. A couple things that I found that help is if like I have a little neck fan and just the cold breeze on you, or if you're chewing like a peppermint gum or something like that, like it helps a lot with motion sickness. But it's something that you develop over time, like a resistance to the motion sickness. It's not something that right away you normally have. Like Resident Evil made me sick to my stomach at first, but over time you kind of get a little better with that stuff.
Okay. I'm definitely interested in doing that. I always see
You've
those
never-
videos.
you've
of
never-
people-
You've never tried it.
I've never put it on my head. I have no idea what it's like.
That's
I can only imagine.
insane.
I see other people playing it, and obviously, like watching them play it is not the same experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always been curious about it. But like, I mean, like, what? You go to GameStop now and put one on your head or something? Like,
That's true.
No, don't
We
do
need
that,
to
man.
try
If you waited this long, do it the right way. Like get a really good VR game when you get your headset. Just go in blind
yeah.
and just have like the real experience. I wanted
Back
to
in
ask
the day,
Jules.
I heard.
No, what did you hear back in the day?
Oh no, I was gonna say back in the day, I heard like I think Fallout 4 or something they had made in VR, and at
That's
the
got to
time
be
it
a
was
really
like
good
one of
game
the
for that.
yeah. At the time, it was one of the people were saying it was really fun experience just because yeah, that whole wander around the world. You got your gun, you got your and that game is pretty creepy too. So I would imagine you'd have a lot of
Oh,
those
shit.
sort of
Yeah.
jump scary moments. Random mutant thing comes out of somewhere. You're like, oh my god, death claws.
Like if you're playing like regular on a TV with your controller, you can just like zoom around, look at everything. You're kind of aware of what's going on at all times. But if you're in there, you're not looking behind you. Something walks up behind you, like it's a whole different vibe. You're like, what the hell? Where did that come from? And it really scares you.
I was on a video, not even in a game. I went to a video and I was just in the middle of the Sahara Desert, Sahara Plains. Hello, just like next to some cheetah, but there's long grass everywhere, and like someone could literally sneak up on me though. Like I'm watching a video, but I could actually get snuck up on. So like I feel like I got to watch my back on a video, not even a game. Like it's uncomfortable.
That's pretty cool. Like it's pretty cool.
Something. I'm gonna turn around. It's gonna be like a fucking line or something.
I mean, could that work for like meditation? Like you put on some stuff and you're like under a waterfall. You know what I mean? You're just chilling there. Does that work?
I'm pretty sure they got all that stuff in VR, man.
Man,
one thing I'm kind of jealous of that I don't have on PlayStation is Half-Life Alyx. I'm really I love the Half-Life series, and I think that's only on Oculus right now, or
really
something. It's only on it's in the Steam PC kind of VR network. Is definitely not on PlayStation though, and I heard that game is insanely good, but it's not getting the recognition because it's not available on universal consoles and stuff.
Right, not widely available.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question in regards to Half-Life? Because obviously it's one of the most reputable OG games, I guess, out there. I played Half-Life 2 from the orange box back in the day. And I mean, maybe it was way past the time of it, but I did not have any kind of profound experience from that game at all. I thought it just wasn't really that special to me. And I was wondering, what is it that people see in Half-Life? Why is it so good?
I think when we get a listener base, that'll be a question for everyone to kind of berate you with answers
probably.
In your inbox, because
I think people
if you don't understand
idiot.
what's great about that game, I don't know where to start, man.
It was cool, but I'm I played a lot of other games that was similar to it. I didn't really see anything too special.
That's kind of just as puzzling to me as Jules not liking single player experiences. I know back in the day he played Shadow of the Colossus. I remember playing a Lord of the Rings game, and then I don't know what happened. You just kind of fell off with him. I don't know.
Did you play Shadow of the Colossus, Jules?
I don't think so. I think I played parts of it.
You're mixing up with Lord of the Rings. Don't you
Lord of the Rings? I played.
Lord of the Rings was sick.
That was a really fun game. What?
Yeah.
In Lord of the Rings, didn't you use your sword as a guiding, gave you a guiding light or something? Or no?
That was Colossus.
Yeah, I know, but I thought maybe they both had it. That's why I mixed them up.
Maybe,
so you never played Shadow of the Colossus?
I played parts of it. I think maybe just with one of you guys, or I don't think I ever owned the game myself.
Legendary game though.
I think
I had a lot of fun with that game.
I think
that game
really the single play experience started to die out with me with getting older and not having the time to put in. I think is really what it was. Even kind of killed MMORPGs for me a lot, because they take such a vast degree of time that I can't really put. My life is too busy. I think that's probably, I don't know.
I mean, League of Legends is kind of
busy, 40 minutes a game too.
You're right.
I was gonna say,
I think 40 minutes is not 20, but it's less than 3. And if you're playing MMORPGs, you need to play 3.
I mean,
MMORPGs.
I've never heard of
making this podcast a little bit on the short side, so we are gonna keep things moving. We're gonna get into a little something called "What Have You Been Playing?" and we kind of covered that a little bit. What do you guys play? But what have you played recently? Frank, what is it? Dark Souls 3 for the most part for you?
Yeah. Again, I just started getting into Super Peoples a little bit with Jules, but one thing that it's kind of my secret obsession is XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, and I've modded it so that the game doesn't end on its own, and I'm just trying to go by the continents and basically just defeat the aliens. I've been playing it for years, so that's what I've been doing a little bit.
So a little
and Valkyria Chronicles 4.
What console is that on? That's on? Oh, you're playing that on PC, right?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Okay.
Pretty fun strategy anime game. I was a fan
of
the
original. I
original.
don't know too much about it. I remember you played that on PSP a long time while back, right?
I think it was actually PS2 or 3. I think the Valkyria Chronicles 1 was on, but it's a pretty fun game. A lot of again, I'm a big fan of strategy games. I've realized, in general, top down kind of either isometric RPGs or just in general strategy games. I think are probably some of my most played or favorite games out there.
You know about what is it called? Wasteland?
Yeah, I played Wasteland 3. I never beat it. But I got pretty far into it. There's things about it I'm not in love with.
Yeah, I kind of I feel like it looks to me like Divinity meets Fallout. And that to me is yo, I need to play this. But then I'll look at a quick bit on Twitch, and the voice acting is a little too over the top. And I'm I don't know if this has the same kind of love put into it that those games do. I don't know.
I think the voice acting is I mean, so it's supposed to be kind of a little wonky. You know what I mean? Like how like Saints Row is supposed to be a little jokey. It's kind of like that a little bit. So like maybe that's part of what you're hearing. One of my major complaints is like the combat. Like I really don't like. I mean, there's cool elements, but like I just feel like it's like basically if Divinity and Fallout had a baby, which you would think would be amazing, but it was just like mid, you know, as the kids say nowadays. You know, it's like mid tier. You know, like if they had a mid tier baby, you know.
So keeping things moving along, Jules, what have you been playing?
Super people a little bit, not a lot, because my machine can't handle it too well. I need to buy a new graphics card, but it's a really good game, man. Ruckus, you should give it a try. Well, you don't have a gaming computer, right? You play mostly on tablets and such.
On tablets, he says.
I don't know what it is you do, man.
Yeah,
what do you
I play
play?
on multiple
Candy
tablets.
Crush?
Do you play on flip phones? You play on flip phones mostly, right?
Like I said before, I'm a console handheld gamer. But so for people who might not know, what is Super People?
So Super People is a battle royale experience. It's brand new. It's in maybe beta, I believe. It kind of combines the fast-paced game type of like Fortnite, but with a more realistic grittiness nature of like PUBG. And I don't know. It's an amazing experience.
Yeah.
What do you got to say about that, Frank? You played a little bit.
It almost, I mean, again, it does seem like in the most positive sense, like a PUBG clone that's like got like new fresh skin on it, and optimized things. So like, you know, movement in PUBG is very like, again, it's almost like a survival experience. This feels more like, you know, if I don't know, like a 1/5 of a Fortnite thrown in there. So it's a lot more like, you know, superpowers and, you know, jumpy, flashy, you know, plus PUBG. So it just, I don't know. It seems fun to me. I mean, hopefully we can play a little bit later today, but
battle royale is superpowers.
Yeah, battle royale.
Yeah, Frank kind of painted the picture there with the jumpy, flashy.
He did, man. That was
I kind of get it now. Yeah.
I mean, not to, you know, like, but yeah, you know, and not to put it in so many words, but jumpy, flashy, you know, PUBG. But yeah, definitely very fun. I'm curious about if the game has the same. I don't know if anything can really top like that anxiety filledness of PUBG when you're playing.
Probably not.
But it definitely seems to have some elements of that. So I'm curious, like the more I play it, if I will have those feelings or not.
So what have I been playing? You guys asked.
Yeah, what have you been
playing?
what have
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I've been playing.
Now that we asked,
I recently finished. I recently finished Streets of Rage 4. I hadn't played a Streets of Rage game since the Genesis back in God knows how long ago. And I didn't expect much because the beat 'em up genre to me is like a really shallow genre where you just like mindlessly mash. But it was like I could play this with my girl, and it's like it's not 3D, so she gets kind of like dizzy from 3D games for some reason if the camera rotates. So I'm like, we can just have fun with this. It's co-op. Not a lot of couch co-op games nowadays. And that game is really deep as far as the gameplay goes. Like it's like a fighting game in beat 'em up form, and it has like a ton of characters, and yeah, like I was really surprised by the training mode, the combos that it has. Really cool game. It is really short though, so we beat it like as we were just really getting into it. It was like, oh, there go the credits, and we're like, what the hell? But
yeah,
in the DLC, it has like a survival mode. So in the survival mode, you can just play for like a lot. We didn't get too far in that. It's really difficult after a while, but it seems like endless content there. It's just a little bit of reuse of the assets of like the levels. It has a lot of new stuff also, but really fun game though. Surprised me a lot.
I think I would probably have a lot of fun playing that game, honestly.
I would suggest playing it with someone because I would say the average enemies aren't too hard, so you kind of like beat them up, but some of the bosses are. So you're either gonna be like bored by how easy it is, or really stuck on how difficult it is if you're playing by yourself. But if you're playing with someone, like you can kind of like hit each other and kind of laugh at the shenanigans that go on. Dragon Quest 11.
Okay, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I've been kind of like in and out of that game for a while now because it's really simple, but I know the game goes on and gets like, it takes a long time to kind of like give itself to you. I don't know why it's like sounding like an innuendo right now, but
a lot of JRPGs can be like that, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's something really, really high quality about it, but I just feel like it hasn't challenged me enough. It's a little bit too easy, and I have it on hard too, so yeah. I don't know, it's one of those games where after you roll the credits, that's just the beginning of it. So it's like, I love games like that. I just haven't really fully gotten into it. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because
how is that? I mean, you played the original Final Fantasy VII now and all that, so I'm kind of curious about what your thoughts are. I know it's not like the complete game, right?
Yeah, I can't give my thoughts. You need to play that game is all I gotta say, because
Okay.
for anyone who doesn't know, Frank was the original person to ever play Final Fantasy VII.
That was the first one.
When everyone was a child and no one even knew what RPGs were, Frank was
Yeah.
digging into that game.
Yeah. Squaresoft actually sent me the game and they were like, try it out first.
So for him to have not played the remake is literally a crime, because you
Yeah.
need to play that game. That's all I can say. You need to play that game. I'm not gonna say anything
Okay.
else.
All right. One of these days, man. I heard it's gonna be I heard it's gonna kind of come to Steam soon.
I don't know. And you know what it was? Like I recently got back into it because like I had finished it when it came out, but there's downloadable content.
The Dirt
Anyway, I was
Cerberus.
No. Yeah, that's not what it's called.
That's not what it's called.
So I was excited to get into the extra content because I think it continues the story. So I'm like, oh man, I got that to get into. So I'm all excited. I just want to refresh myself on the game.
Right.
And then I find out the extra content is only on PS5. So I was heartbroken by that.
Yeah, what a letdown. I need to get it. I mean, PS5, what, 500-600 right now?
If you can find one, yeah. They're still really hard to find.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to find.
I'm just gonna run through a couple other games I've been playing because we gotta get Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 I jumped back into. Finally got all the downloadable content because there's so many characters in that game. River City Girls, which is another beat 'em up. It's a lot more difficult than Streets of Rage 4, but it's not as good. Pokemon Shield I jumped back into for a little bit, and Pokemon Unite, which is the MOBA from the Pokemon company.
You've always been a big Pokemon guy.
Absolutely.
And it's funny to me because like there's I feel like there's like this like subcategory of gamers that are just like avid Pokemon fans, and they know about like different whatever, all those little nuances of the different Pokemon.
I want to get back into
jazz. Like it's pretty, but it's a really, really deep like system, right? Like, I mean, if you were gonna have like a duel with another player or something like that, I mean, like it's pretty in depth as far as like things that you might think about, you know, like what your team of Pokemon are.
I would compare it to fighting games where it's like it's as simple or as complicated as you want to put the time into it.
Okay. How many Pokemon can you have on your waist? Is it 5, 6?
At any, so we're talking about Pokemon like the mainline games now, not Unite, right?
Well, Unite is a MOBA, you're saying?
Yes, it is.
How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know how that works too.
So it's a little more simple, but also just as competitive. It has a lot of depth to it. I wouldn't put it anywhere near like a League of Legends or a Dota, but you've got like hold items. You don't necessarily make a build with items that you buy in the game, but you do choose which moves you want to as you level up, which is like you level up in League of Legends also, right?
Right.
But Pokemon, when they level up, they gain moves, right? So you get to choose like, all right, I'm level 6. Which move am I gonna go with? So that's kind of your build. Which moves are you gonna use in the game as it's going on? And yeah, every Pokemon is like you got like your tanks, like Snorlax. You got like your ADC. Your like Pikachu will kind of be like an ADC who has like mage abilities. So it's very, very similar. You're not breaking down towers. You're scoring shots. So you're kind of like you slam dunk on the enemy's area, and like if you go past it, you don't take damage. You get slowed down to the point where you will be really at a disadvantage. So it's a little bit more family friendly, a little bit more simple. The games are maxed at 10 minutes. That's the big thing. So if you don't have a lot of time, but you want to play a MOBA that's really good,
what happens?
I would recommend it.
Neither team defeats the other in 10 minutes.
Well, everything is a score.
Okay,
so you don't have to win.
Points.
You don't. Right. There is no actually like you can just score all you want. You can't destroy them.
Oh,
everything gets tallied up in the end. So you can break down each one of their posts. Like, all right, we got top lane. We broke down this many posts, and you get to like their base, but their base is just another big area.
Sounds like League of Legends with Pokemon. That part.
Is Swift still the best move for Pidgeotto?
That's the question.
Why did we invite him to this podcast?
People want to know.
Swift.
All right. So there's some games coming out. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this little game called Elden Ring.
Never once.
It's coming out next month. I believe it's
February
25th or something.
25th, right?
20 something, yeah. Yeah, I'm insanely hyped about that game. Sifu, if you guys ever played Absolver, which you probably haven't, it's kind of like it's from the makers of that game. That's looking really cool. Dying Light 2. You guys know about the Dying Light series?
Me and Jules played Dying Light, the first one.
Did we? I don't think we didn't buy it. We played like a demo maybe together, I think.
Oh no, we played Dead Island. What am I talking about?
Yeah. No, we thought about Dying Light. We never actually played it.
We thought about it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
From what I hear, because I didn't play it either, it's like a better version of something like that.
Right. It's like, yeah, if Dead Island was done right, I think it was like it was something like that, basically.
One of
And
those
I've
games
heard
though, that I
good things
look
about
at,
Dying Light.
and like I don't know, the dialogue just turns me completely off. But I know the game is not about that. But
And they're like, the zombies are coming right for us.
Yeah.
Another game that I know Frank is super excited about: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I can't
Which
wait,
is-
man.
It's the
Shredder's gonna get him this
TMNT.
time.
It's the TMNT beat 'em up. It looks really charming.
I hate them
Um,
all. I hate all of the Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna say it.
That's
I
rude.
hope Shredder just wins one day. You know what I mean? Like, what's he waiting
So-
for?
For anyone listening, this cast is kind of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm
Oh,
more of the
no.
Donatello type. You know, I sit back on the ones and twos. I'll edit the podcast. I'm pretty smart, but I'm pretty chill.
Okay.
Jules is more of the Leonardo. He's the leader type, very stoic. Frank
That's
is
why
a
I'm quiet right
combination of yeah, he's not saying anything. He's just very serious, staring at his screen.
Hmm.
Frank is kind of like a combination of Mikey and Raph because he's really
Wow.
headstrong, always bumping heads with.
Yeah, you can't tell him what
Leonardo,
to do.
and he's extremely silly when he wants to be. So
Um,
yeah, Frank loves that analogy.
I disregard all of these analogies. I believe I'm the Shredder of the team. You know.
January 28th, Pokemon Legends Arceus comes out. That is like the open world, the closest thing that we've ever gotten to like the show, where you actually walk
Okay.
around, you try to catch stuff, you got to throw the Pokeball.
Hold up,
And,
hold
the
up, hold
Pokemon
up.
That's
can-
pretty sick.
they can
Hold up.
attack you. The
Pretty
Pokemon
sick.
can attack you and knock you the fuck out. You get your team. Yes, the visuals, I would say it's on Switch, obviously, so the visuals aren't like crazy,
Mhm.
but just the open world concept is something that we've been waiting for a long time.
And
So I'm
what's
really
the name
excited
of
about
this?
that.
Man, with
The name of it is Pokemon Legends
Okay.
Arceus,
Arceus.
or Arceus, or however you want to pronounce it.
Yo,
I
Apollo
feel like-
will have this.
it's so interesting to me because I'm like, you know, with all the different games that have come out, you know, like, you know, you have your giant open world games and things like that, and Pokemon being such like a cult following, I feel like it's very strange that they haven't made a game like that like 10 years ago, you know, like
Yeah.
maybe they just couldn't do it right, or I don't know, it was too many Pokemon to think about, I don't know, but like that just to me sounds like, yeah, man, like I mean, damn, like I feel like everybody would play that, you know, for
Yeah.
sure. Like I mean, I've played what was it back in the day, Pokemon Pearl, I think, and I had a lot of fun with that, and I was getting a little bit into like the nitty gritty of it, and I felt pretty good about it. It was like it was a fun experience, and I could just imagine like if you had more of that, yeah, free roam kind of explore the world, especially if there was like multiplayer aspects to the game. I think that would be pretty amazing.
They kind of touched on it in the most recent Pokemon where they have areas like that, but it's limited to
Mhm.
areas where you can see the Pokemon roaming, and it's not just so much random encounters, which is kind of like the archaic part of those games.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
Okay, yeah, I think we can kind of wrap it up. Just one quick question for you guys. You guys ever get like angry in everyday situations?
I don't know how to answer that. Like, what do you
I
mean?
feel like a lot of times like I don't know, like I work with a lot of people, and I've often been told like I'm probably the most calm out of everybody. I think like
When's the last time you lost your cool, Frank?
I can definitely lose my cool. Probably about a week or two ago, I had a screaming match with a family member, you know. But
Should
I
I
don't know.
ask what the screaming match was about, or is that a little too personal?
I don't want to go into it, but
Okay.
but basically, I will say that I think just kind of like reflecting on like the situation, what optimally can be done about it, can kind of take you out of that a little bit. Also, like learn how to take a punch. I think a lot of people are very prideful when it comes to things, so like, you know, they flip out. You know, I think you gotta like. I'm a big picture guy, you know, so it's often I'm often not in the place to get super.
You mean a
angry about
proverbial punch? You're not talking about literally taking punches, right?
Yeah, if somebody punched me, I'm probably gonna get angry. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean proverbial. Yeah. Yeah. Jules,
Jules,
how's about you?
Lose your cool anytime recently?
He's angry right now.
My secret is I'm always angry.
Oh, boy.
I only really can ever lose my cool with my family. Most people don't have what it takes to push my buttons, and if they do,
They don't
I'm
have
just-
what it takes.
they don't
You heard
have
that,
what it
listeners?
takes. Even if it was like somebody like an
On the audience,
authority
a bunch of
figure,
bitches.
most of the time I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck about you, so I'll smile in your face and give you a thumbs up, and then not do what, like, you know, it's all the same to me. I don't really give a fuck about most people. So it's hard to push my buttons. The people that I care about, they can easily push my buttons. Yes, if they're trying to, they can reach them. I'm I'm pretty easy to read, I think. As you guys do for fun sometimes, especially you, Frank. You're like, hey, which button? No, let's use this one today.
I don't know what you
This
mean.
is fun. This is really
I don't
entertaining.
push any
Watch him go
buttons,
red.
I don't know if I've seen you angry, Jules.
Oh no, maybe yeah, because you're like a calm, like because you're not trying to push my buttons, and we're not like
Yeah.
like
I
you're
feel
like
like in
cool
a
guy.
vacuum,
You're
like
trying to
yeah,
fuck
if
me
you
up.
guys were like stuck on an island, like I don't even know if you guys would ever.
Yeah,
have
I
an
don't know if we
argument.
would ever get to that place. Ruckus is mad
Like I
chill.
feel
We're
like
pretty
Ruckus
logical.
would just be like,
Yeah,
okay, and
logical
like
and
walk
chill.
away, and then Jules would just be like,
We'd be
yeah,
like,
I
guys,
don't
let's
know.
take let's take a couple hours, all right? Let's cool off and let's get back to it.
Ruckus, you used to be a pretty angry person back in the day. I feel like you just had a lot
I'm
more.
gonna tell you a little story. It's still in me. So
Okay.
Every day, right? Almost every day, I go to this Burger King in the morning, around 7 o'clock in the morning, right? And I order pretty much like a breakfast burrito or bacon, egg, and cheese croissant every morning, right?
Really?
And there's this one very nice older gentleman who works there, I think, by himself. And he comes to the window, he asks me what I want, no problem. But every day he tries to give me the fucking receipt. And I tell him I don't want the receipt. And at some point he kind of like looked at me like he really wanted to give me this receipt. So I'm like, all right, it's so good. He kept it that day though. So the next day I come back and the receipt is in the bag. And like he knew what was going on. He tries to give me this receipt every fucking time. So he's trying to sneak me this receipt. Why do they want me to have the receipt? That is really irritating to me. And I noticed that like it really like as I'm driving away, I'm like cursing them out to myself. But it's like I don't get that. Why do they need you to have that receipt? It's for a burrito. What am I gonna return the burrito like?
That's what I'm saying, man.
I never ordered this.
I want my money back.
Give me my money back.
So yeah, that's
Why does that make you angry? Like it's just
every day though. Like he knows I don't want it, and he just like he secretly tries to just get it to me somehow. It's frustrating.
Maybe because like all
That's
your
ebb and
receipts
flow.
are just piling up in the garbage, and he's like, I have to keep taking out this garbage because of all this guy's receipts. You know, like he comes here every day. You know, I mean, maybe it's just getting out of hand.
It's so important to him that I have that receipt, and I don't understand. But
he wants to make sure you're okay. You know?
In closing, do you guys have any social media or Twitch accounts, Frank, that you guys want to let listeners know they can contact you at?
I'm at twitch.tv/Fiora's Dracula Father. That's FIORA Dracula Father, one word. Same thing on Twitter and YouTube.
Jules, what you got going on?
All right, you guys can hit me at Jules Jorgensen7 on TikTok. That's it.
He's TikToking.
He's TikToking. Like a goddamn clock.
So as the podcast goes on, we'll be a little bit more clear on the information here. But we do have a recently started Twitter account, Phase 3 Gaming Podcast, or just Phase 3 Gaming. You'll notice it by the logo of the 3 purple animals, whatever you want to call them, ferrets. So you can find us there. You can find me at Paul_A_Garad on Twitter. And that's it. Thank you guys for taking the time to listen.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Smash it.
it.